Let's do a cheers. Let's start off with the cheers.
All right. Let me get one of these.
I'm gonna start from doing the outermost ones and then coming on in.
I really don't have a strategy at all. I'm
Okay.
just here for the good times.
81 shots for episode 81.
Are we going?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, we're live. Oh,
Cheers.
shit.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, cheers.
If y'all are watching this or just now tuning in, just know this is episode 81. And to celebrate episode 81, we decided to go above and beyond and take 81 shots of beer, not alcohol, because we're not that irresponsible.
Exactly.
But we can
Hear
do
that?
81 shots of beer. And
Hear that?
ironically, shouts out to my personal GOAT, RIP, Kobe, for 81 points scored, the second highest, still to this day, second highest scored ever in the NBA. 81 points. We're going to take 81 beers. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers, cheers.
Let me
Rest
get
in
some.
peace,
Let me
Kobe.
get some. Let
Rest
me
in
get
peace.
one.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
okay.
Oh, shit.
Throughout the whole episode, y'all are going to see us just taking random shots throughout the time because we're going to finish the 81.
Yes, we are.
I felt like when we first talked about it, it was going to be episode 80, but I already had an episode come out for that one. And 81 just felt right. It felt better because of Kobe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Rest in
And,
peace.
and when we first talked about doing the episode with all these shots, at first we had said IPA. I'm glad we're not doing IPA.
No,
That definitely would have...
that would have been bad.
That would have been all bad. And you think about it, like how late we're recording. IPA, it would have just gave us like for sure a headache in the morning and knocked me out.
Bubble guts.
Oh,
Bubble goods?
Hey.
how do you? Who is Lily says?
Hey.
Lily says that when IPAs they taste like
Hey.
perfumes.
Perfumes?
I don't even. It don't even make sense. I don't
That's hella
understand it.
funny.
How do you know what
Um,
perfume tastes like?
I feel like I've tasted the scent. I've been around
There you go.
I've been around so much. Ooh.
You can hear yourself
I
now.
can hear myself
Oh,
now.
you've been around.
I've been around the block. I've been to the block. No, I don't know. My mom getting ready when I was younger. I felt like I tasted perfume because there's just so much of that shit like that just lingers in the air. Not shit, smell or scent.
Whoa.
But no, I feel like that. I don't think IPA tastes like perfume per se, but I can kind of see where the
I think-
strength of it is. Like I don't know. I understand.
It's like really hoppy.
You're hoppy.
Hoppy IPA.
Sometimes I like to jump around.
It depends on what type of IPA you're drinking. Because like if you do like a Lagunitas, like a double IPA, that's the one where it tastes like bitter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the Lagunitas was more like me in my early 20s raging.
I
Like,
still mess with Lagunitas.
But not knowing what it was, not understanding the whole patois. You know what I mean of the IPA beer of the hops.
What is that?
What is
what?
what?
Patois?
It's the it's the
Honestly, for
yeah.
like beers,
patois.
Okay.
this is how I rate them on like
You rain on them, rain down. On
I like rate them like the way
okay.
they fuck you up. What's strong or what's not.
Okay.
So like there's this beer we have at work. It's called the Denogonizer.
Oh shit!
It's like a double IPA. That's
D
just
who?
fucking strong. A double IPA.
What's it called though?
It's called a Denogonizer.
Goddamn,
How
the
does that sound?
womanizer.
Denogonizer.
Den-
It sounds like you're gonna end up
It sounds
asleep.
like it sounds like you should have a hot dog paired with it.
It sounds like you're gonna end up in doggy style somehow.
It should come with the hot dog.
Then like it should come with the hot dog, and after
With the
that,
glizz?
full glizzy. Blah.
It's gonna come with the glizz.
Just to dip it,
No, but
bite it, and then drink some.
I think the whole meal in itself, though, the hot dog plus the denogonizer is a nap, straight nap.
You know what's the strongest IPA I've ever tasted?
What's
Which
that?
one?
So there's actually two I've ever tasted. So the first one, the strongest one I've ever tasted, was a Knee Deep, the brewing company, right? It's a Knee Deep triple IPA, 14.9%.
That's crazy, bro.
It was,
That's,
but it was good, and it was like so. You drink two, you're good. That was one of
Fuck
them.
yeah, you're good with two. What do you mean?
Bro, check on this again. And my second one, we went to a brewery, right? You know how like when you go to a joint that's like 18 and up,
Yeah.
and you're not 21, they mark X's on your hands,
yeah.
right?
Mangoes?
So this, yeah, like that, yeah. So this one, it was a brewery, so it's 21 and up to get in. So if you're 18, obviously you can't get in, right? I go in there and I get this spot's double IPA. It's so strong that they limit you to 2. And I felt disrespected. I was like, oh, you think I can't drink more than 2 and be cool if you're a little 15%?
That's a challenge. That's a challenge.
You're a little 15%, that ain't going to do
That's a
shit.
challenge.
So,
Bet.
this is what they do. When you order your first one, they mark your hand with a black X. And then once you get the second one and they see the 2 X's,
circle.
that's it.
Oh shit.
That's messed up.
But Did you get a drink more than one or
You could drink more than one, yeah, but you just can't
You get
drink two of
More-
that one.
two of that one?
So
And
if
how
you-
did you feel after the 2?
I could have drank more. I was
Yeah.
like, what are we doing?
Who are you? Are they hating? Are they
They-
hating?
they don't
Are
know me.
Maybe they're just trying to like put this lore behind the beer.
Now, did
like
I fall
this-
asleep 5 minutes later? Yes. But that's not the point. You know what I'm saying?
That's not the point.
But they didn't want that to happen. They wanted you to keep going and enjoy your night.
They didn't want
knew
the
you're gonna
phone.
get put on your ass.
But I had a good time. That's
all
the
that
most
matters.
important thing.
That's all that matters.
That's the most important thing. But yeah, so speaking about having a good time, thank y'all for coming out this late. Thank y'all for doing this crazy ass 81 shots of beer with me. I appreciate y'all.
Work.
We had some stuff happen over the last few weeks, and I wanted to get into it. All right.
Let's get into it.
So,
Head first.
whoa. Okay, so there's three
Whoa,
different things that we're gonna hit and everything, right?
whoa,
Three
why you
different things.
tripping?
Because last time, fucking people thought wrong.
I know.
And this
Well,
fool said
that's
you're gonna be
people's
on.
minds.
You know what he said?
What'd
He
he
said
say?
you're gonna be because I told him about being in Cancun. I was like, yo, if you see me drunk as fuck by noon, mind your business. You know.
Mind your
and you know what he
business.
said?
What'd he say?
He goes, bro, if you see him on a beach, laying down, face down, ass up, and I go, whoa. I go, whoa, bro. What do you?
He was sleeping. That's it.
And I go, what do you? Why would you? You know how I felt?
He
I felt like
he lost me at face
I-
down ass.
bro, I felt like Funk Master Flex. You remember when Tyler the Creator did that little freestyle when he was like, me and Flex looking through the index. He's like
know.
looking for hot butt sex.
Oh, I do
and then,
remember that shit.
and then Funk Flex just goes, wait, why did you have to? I felt like that
He just wanted to let you
bro.
know that we'll take it there.
He told me,
You know
he
what I mean?
goes, if you see him on the beach, face down, ass up, I go, whoa. And he goes, but your clothes are on, bro. He's like, he goes,
Clothes are on.
your clothes are on. I don't know why I go, you said face down, ass up. What am I supposed to think? You know what I'm saying?
You know, just sleep. You know, whenever I take my best naps, it's
Yeah.
face down.
Ass up.
Ass up. You sleep like my son, bro.
Nah, bro. When I take naps, I feel like people. You know, my girl walk in on me, probably think
Hey,
I'm
yo.
dead. No. I don't take naps like that. Dead ass
Whoa.
right here. This is me napping. Like,
With the glizz?
no, like I'm straight back. Just I'm coughing mode, bro. Sorry,
Wait,
we got some
you say
technical difficulties.
coffin or coughing?
Coffin mode.
Okay.
Like dead. Like I can literally nap with my hands on my chest. Literally, at the blink of an eye, I can be out.
Bro, if you go like
That's
this
scary.
one time and you disappear, I'm gonna lose it.
David Blaine. He's teaching classes. I'm taking.
No,
it.
what's
I'm in a
that
row.
show? What's that show with that girl, the genie? Yeah, you like that genie chick.
What genie?
You never seen that movie?
Who-
It's like a really, really old.
My grandma watches it.
Oh, Everyone Loves Genie or no?
No, that's Everyone Loves Raymond.
Raymond.
No, but it's something about Genie like that.
Speaking of Raymond, that's what the
She's a
comedian
witch,
dude
right?
said. Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I know.
Bro, that was a chair. I promise you. I know you heard that.
Pedos.
That was the chair.
Y'all didn't catch that? Okay, okay.
That was the beer.
No, seriously, let's get back. It was a double IPA. It was the bubble guts.
No,
it was
this
just for
was-
sleeping with the glizz.
Full glizz extended.
No, okay, so we
Shout
had there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot. So there was specifically one thing that I wanted y'all to talk about. I gave y'all like a little assignment. So I was like, what are we gonna talk about for this episode?
Yep,
and I was like,
we're
I
in
want to
class.
hit this. You know what I mean? But I wanted to recap, and I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on this past episode 80 with Jose and Cassandra Rodriguez, and it was about the Baby JJ episode.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys get a chance to check it out?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Who goes first?
Who wants to?
You go first.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first. I'm an elder. I've been told. No, not to make light of any of the situation. We are having some drinks.
Yeah, we're just
We're having a
flowing.
good time. So it's a hard subject to talk about
Mhm.
and to tackle and to even understand, I think. When I was watching the video, within like the first 7 to 8 minutes, I was drinking my coffee and I was going to sit down because,
Mm-hmm.
you gave me some work.
Yes.
So I sat down and I watched it and I realized I couldn't sit there and just watch it plainly. I had to get up and do something. I had to distract my senses in a sense. I was listening and I can listen well, and I went to go wash the cars, did my thing, and I digested everything that was going on. And I'm gonna have to re-listen to it as well, rewatch it. If you guys do get a chance, watch it on YouTube. Where could they find that?
So on YouTube, you just type in Hypocritical AF podcast, whichever one.
Yeah, check
It'll
it.
pop up. Episode 80.
Episode 80. I don't understand being in his position. I'm not a father, but just being a human
Yeah.
and hearing the story, my inside of my gut was turned.
Mm.
I had to pause it a few times. It's a whole fuck situation. It's a fucked up situation. And
Right.
to hear the whole story and you go in depth and get like answers and before I even go any further,
Yeah.
you know, my heart goes out to Jose and Cassandra for real,
Mm.
and the whole family, because I don't even want to put myself there. You know,
It was tough.
yeah.
It was tough. It was tough. I'll
And
say
yeah, before anything, yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick because
it was tough,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah. To even like have to go through that, like, you know, we're all humans. We go through life like, you know,
Mhm.
like it's just regular, and shit happens like on certain days, and like it's just like you don't expect stuff. You know, one day I might end up somewhere and this happens to me. It might happen to you. It might happen to anyone.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just a fucked up situation that we have to deal with. But just like Julio said, my heart goes out to them because, you know, they did what they were supposed to do. They're handling that situation.
to the best of their ability.
Yeah, and you got to show your respect to that because,
Yeah.
you know, like, it could be one of us. We could all be in that same situation one day.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
But to get to I don't mean to cut you off at all,
Mhm.
but you know, that actually happened prior. An attack happened prior
Mhm.
on the dog,
On
and
the
they
dog.
ripped the
8
ears.
days.
Yeah, 8 days prior.
8 days
so
before.
you know what? You know, that could have been prevented, I believe, and I think that something could have been done, and they did what they were supposed to do. You know, first day you move in, he has dogs, build a fence,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
That's what, you know.
it's sad too because like
It's a whole
he
story.
was
You guys
doing
gotta check it out. If
he
you
was
haven't.
doing everything to prevent
Mhm.
a situation like that happen.
And to know that, dude, he has some badass German shepherds
Mhm.
and that he's always had for a while. Like since he was living back in town,
Mhm.
you know, in like 2016, 15. And he loved these parts of his family, you know what I mean? They're dogs, but
Yeah.
still, you know, and he put them down because he knew it was the right thing to do. The hard choice to make, the right choice to make. And as a man or as a woman, you have to make those choices, you know. Sometimes you have to sacrifice something for the greater being, you know. That not to get too deep, but yeah, for real.
No, yeah. I mean, that's what this podcast. That's what we do in podcasts. We go deep. You know, obviously we start the episode on some fun stuff. You know what I mean? We want to be entertaining.
Yeah.
But also we like to shift the conversations and talk about things. You know, i.e. him. You know, being face down, ass up.
Yeah.
Apparently in his sleep too. But going on that too.
What am I
it's,
dreaming about?
There was a few things. So let
kidding.
me give some background story into like, you know, how this came about. So I talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the episode, how, you know, when I first initially found out about it, how I discovered it, and what was my my initial reaction to it. And what I had said right there was just like, when I first heard about the news, when Lily was the one that told me about it, and when I first heard about it, I was just like as a, like coming from a dad, you find out when you hear about like that it's a little boy, it's a little bit different for me because I have a little boy too, and then you hear about he's only a year and a half, and my son at the time was like, oh, my son's only a year and a half too, and when you see like you don't see, but you hear the details from everything as a parent. It's like damn, your energy just shifts. It shifts into like, damn, I feel for them in that situation, you know, and that's just the first aspect of it.
Yeah.
But
I didn't even
I'm gonna
see
cut
that.
you off real quick.
I didn't even see the photos.
Something you said initially. You said that you didn't want to dive into it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't. I felt the same way. I for different reasons.
yeah,
But so you know, but that was interesting to hear. You know, your first reaction, and then to make the trip.
mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. And I told them that I had to tell. I felt like it was like I was prepping, and Lily would can attest for this too. This was like a whole month before, about a month right before we left. But this was like a whole month of booking, and it was tough to like. I had to keep it under wraps. I couldn't tell anybody. Not that I couldn't or anything like that, but I was trying to make it. I wanted to be such a surprise factor, but I didn't want to give away.
I tried to beat it out of him.
Yeah, he did. And I just didn't
The
want to
army
say.
taught him well. You
I
know what
I
mean?
didn't want to say what it is, you know. But it was like a whole month worth of like prepping, planning. You know, the money is whatever, you know, that shit's whatever. But like,
We gonna
Book-
get
book-
it regardless.
but yeah, like booking everything, and doing everything. Like it was a whole month process, and I was prepping for it. Like it wasn't like I just went there on some like let me just go off top, off the head.
The questions you asked were fucking were on point. Every time
everything
conversation happened, we brought it back.
Yeah,
we brought it back, and the silver lining was my favorite.
Thank you. Yeah, we actually talked about that too on the drive. And so speaking about my initial reaction was that, bro. Like I just didn't want. I was like, I didn't want to put myself there too, because like I said, not only as a dad on the human level is one thing. I'm not ignoring that, but as a parent, I would say forget about the dad thing. As a parent, you just like you get emotional right away, and you're like, I already know I'm gonna go there emotionally, so let me just not do that, And then I stumbled upon the photos. And I find, because at first when Lily would tell me, it's like, oh, like they had photos of the baby, I go, don't show me the photos, because I'm telling you, I'm gonna cry right now. Like that's like I was just like, you know what I mean? And then when I actually stumbled across the photos, that's what changed. And I was like, and I felt the need to tell them that. And I go, I want to tell you guys, to your faces right here. I was like, I feel guilty that I didn't do that. I feel bad because I could have been helping, and it was tough, bro. You know how hard it was knowing that like the whole month. That ever since I started following and everything, that when I first reached out to them and everything, that whole month, I couldn't like not that I didn't like a single photo. I was watching it, but I didn't like a photo because I didn't want people to see it and be like, oh, he knows about this. I wanted to be such a surprise that I wanted everybody I want the most eyeballs, not for me, not the podcast. That's whatever. I want the most eyeballs that they could have on them, that I didn't want to give away the element of surprise. So I was following the page and not liking everything, but seeing everything and being like, I don't want people to, you know what I mean? I want it to be such a thing that it's such a surprise that everybody I know can tune in, so that way they can hear their side of the story. So that was the initial reaction for it. My bad.
It's okay.
And when you look when you look into it more and you start to get, bro, like the news outlets.
That was something that caught my attention too.
The news outlets paint them in such a bad image.
Where's it from? Where's that news from?
That's the local news.
Okay.
Local news painted them in such a bad fucking image. They were getting stuff like they were, so we talked about, we said this on the episode, bro. They were facing child neglect charges.
Yep.
From the district attorney. They were facing child neglect charges. They were facing harassment online. They were getting called names like up the fucking ass. The only interview that they had done prior was only like a phone interview, and it was like it was like 15 minutes. It felt rushed. It felt like all these things. And I felt like they weren't getting their justice. So when I reached out, I told them, I go, hey, we have this, type of connection, blah, blah. I made it a thing. I want to fly out there. I was like, I don't want to do Zoom. I didn't want to do no phone call. I was like, I want to go have a conversation with you guys. And just so everybody knows too, minus like this type of stuff, the background and everything, I loaded up all my equipment, packed up everything. It was supposed to be me and Lily. We were both going to fly out there, got our flights, got a hotel, got a rental car, had all this stuff booked. You know what I mean? I was like, I want to make it a thing to like give them their full attention, and also give them the time to be like, let's break everything down. Let's go for however you want to go 3 hours. We can go 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? However long y'all want and everything. But I want to give them their chance to talk and give their side of it, because it was like they weren't getting the proper
attention, respect,
and respect and everything. So that was like the background going into it. And I have my key points. I will go through real quick. But what were like, give me some of y'all's like biggest takeaways. And I start with you, Pete. Give me your like biggest takeaways or moments that stuck out the most.
Like from the episode? From the last episode?
Yeah.
Honestly, like the whole thing in general, I think it was an important situation that had to be brought to the light, But I mean, it's a situation that could have been prevented if the other people would have done their job, would have, really been on their shit. So,
yeah,
it's like, damn, we really got to be on our stuff when we're out here, because life's crucial. Anything can happen. You really got to be ready for any situation. And when it comes, it's like, what are you going to do? And what they did was something that I was like, damn, like, I respect that when something hits the fan and a family like them are all trying to be together and better the situation.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah,
damn, like,
That's a good thing.
I would have done the same thing, you know? And people would say like, oh, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Bro, you can't talk about anything if you're never in that fucking situation.
Right. Yeah. It's easy to be like, I would have, and he said that too. It's easy to be like, bro, those dogs would have been dead by now. The owner would have been dead. I would have been came after the owner.
Yeah.
We talked about that. True. It's easy to say that, but what they both said was once they saw the condition that their little boy was in, all their attention shifted to just him. Fuck everything else. All the attention is going to
My
him.
boy needs to live.
Yeah.
And think about and picture that too, because it's tough. Because like I said, me too. It's easy for me to be like, to be like, oh, like it's a wrap for dudes getting taken out when I come back, you know. But the stuff that it's all the little things that people don't know about. The first 16-hour surgery that the little boy had, 16 hours, and was getting woken up in the middle of it and feeling it and had to get put right back down. It's the noises. It's the PTSD he was getting, the little boy was getting just from hearing a dog. It's the way that the parents describe seeing their daughters like
As
be
different
in
people.
a corner, like rocking back and forth, not being themselves.
It changed the
It
whole
changed
family.
everything.
The dynamics, he said, that the family dynamics are no longer the same.
They're
It's
not-
different,
nothing-
and they will
yeah.
never be the same. They will never be the same. And
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like pass no doom and gloom judgment on anybody, but when events like that happen in someone's life, like, and they have to learn how to cope with it. They have to learn how to deal with it and manage, you know. And that's hats off to y'all, you know.
What was your biggest takeaways?
There was a couple.
Yeah,
For
I'll
me,
tell y'all mine after.
For me, I listen to a lot of crime podcasts,
Mhm.
and I listen to the lack of investigations. I listen to the lack of attention to certain communities and certain ethnicities or whatever, you know, just lazy motherfucking cops,
Right.
you know? And there's great cops out there. Don't get me wrong. I know a bunch, but there's also the ones you hear about that don't do anything in situations like this. Like take a responsibility. You
Yeah.
know, do what you signed up for, whether it's a human, whether it's an animal, protect a life,
Yeah.
protect and serve.
What's the motto? Protect and serve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that was one takeaway is like, that's something we can beat up forever though. Forever. To be grateful for what you have in the moment and to slow down, because at any given moment, your whole life can be turned upside down.
For sure.
I've lost friends, I've lost family, and this was, like I said, gut wrenching. Like,
Yeah.
It just changed my day,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, there was. I'll tell you my takeaways right now too. But being there too, it doesn't do justice. Like what y'all see on the video and everything, it doesn't do justice from the experience that I got.
But you were there.
I got to go to where baby JJ was at. I got to go to the children's hospital. I got to go in the room with him. I got to give him all the gifts that we had got him. I got to play peekaboo with him. I got to
You say peekaboo?
yeah.
Isn't it peekaboo?
peekaboo?
This is that beaker,
You said peekaboo.
Peekaboo. I got to play peekaboo with him. I got to go outside, take him on a little walk around the hospital with his parents. I got to see him and that's another thing too. The pictures don't do him justice.
Mm-hmm.
Like he looks, you know, obviously bad online and everything. But when you see him in person, bro, like first of all, he's big for a 2-year-old. I'll say that tops. He's bigger than my son, and he looks pretty healed. Other than like his scars in his head, he looks good, bro. And the spirits that he's in, and just to see him be active and moving, and just it's kind of strange too. And maybe Will, you know what's up too. Maybe as a dad, you can relate to this too. Just seeing him be a kid after all that shit that happened to him, like he was doing little kid shit that like when they get annoyed or they're tired, you feel me, like, or they get like on some nagging shit, like he was doing that too. He was like like not feeling everything, but just knowing that he still can do like because you think about it, it's like we get focused on the 5 pit bulls attacking you, and you not that you forget, but it's like he's still like a little baby, so he's still doing little baby things. So it was cool to see that still even after all this, you know. But before you go, I'll say there's 3 biggest takeaways that stuck out for me.
Let me get my last point.
Oh, yeah.
The last takeaway for me was the resiliency of that little boy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call him? The indestructible boy?
The indestructible baby.
Indestructible baby. Like, that's exactly it. You know, like, hats off to you.
Mhm.
You know, you fought. You're
Yeah.
here, and you're gonna be here.
He's
Might
gonna
see
be
this
here.
one day, so shout out to you, for real.
Yeah, I'm thankful that we established the relationship that we have and everything too. Because going forward, it isn't just end. Like we got the, you know, we talk about like with Lily too. Is like we're gonna get our kids together in the future. We're gonna like, you know, hopefully that they're willing. But we talked about, you know, doing another episode in the future. It doesn't just stop right now just because we did it. Just because we got them like. He got a whole life ahead of him that's still gonna be adjusting for everything.
Exactly.
I want to see how he's at in a year from now. I would like to talk to the family again in 2 years. Let's get some updated photos. So the episode don't just stop just because we did it. You know what I mean? So that's what it's gonna be like going forward. But I'll tell you my 3 biggest takeaways that stuck out for me the most. The 3 biggest takeaways was listening to Cassandra, the mom, when she details a lot of the stuff. You can't fake and you can't play when it comes to like a mother's love. Like I'm a parent, I'm a dad. Everybody. I vocalize as much as I can. There's nothing I love more than being a dad. That shit, like I love being a dad. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's where my shit changes. Like where I feel like in life, I was like I'm a dad now. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, like I love my son so much, and like I said, maybe to a fault, I'm a little too overprotective. You know, I can be at times. Even that being said, there's still, and a lot of dads might, you know, get on me too. There's still a point, even if it's a 0.5, there's still a 0.5 level above that, and that's a mom's love.
Yeah.
A mom, bro. There's another level, another little, even it's just there's whether we like to admit as dads or not, they got another little special connection. You know what I'm saying? It's like
That's where they
it's
came
like,
from.
It's a mother's love, man.
It's a mother's love, bro. And when you hear like people online could talk about this, talk about that, and what the fuck happened, but take your bias away. Listen to the mom. Listen to the mom talk. Listen to it. You can hear it in her voice. And this is takeaway number 1. When she says 8 days before the attack, when those people attacked their dog, and she looked at the dude and told him, put up a fence. You got to put up a fence on your side or take care of your dogs because this could happen to one of my kids. That was 8 days before the attack happened on little baby JJ. 8 days prior. So takeaway number 1 was imagine how, and she did say how much it burns to her soul. Quote unquote, she's how much it burns her soul.
She can't take out the trash.
Think about a mom putting like about that, how much as simple it could have been to like fix and everything. That's the takeaway number 1 is motherfucker, like that was a chance, you know. Takeaway number 1. Takeaway number 2 for me was when you first hear about the accident and everything, like how we describe it, we just think people attack, all this stuff in between, hospital. We're just getting like all like it's like a synchronized fast forward timeline, right? But it's the initial. I guess maybe this was a takeaway for me because I'm trying to put myself in their shoes. When they have to get the worst thing that you can imagine as a parent happened to you to your little baby, you know, and in the moment you want to protect. You're like, I'm not giving him to anybody. Fuck, you know, like fuck this, fuck that. Like I can't trust anybody right now. It's me. I'm gonna take care of my little boy. And the fact that they had to hand over the little boy, they had to hand over the little boy to the fire department and to the ambulance and just to be like, here, take like just a hand, just here, and trust and hope that it's all gonna go well, knowing that like you feel like you're gonna do the best interest in them in that moment, and you have to hand the baby off. And then they don't let you in the ambulance car, and then you have to drive yourself separate. That was a takeaway moment for me because it's like I don't know that whatever it was, that 20-minute period might have been so dark. You feel me? Like so fucking bad. I don't know what I would do. So
that's an insight that I couldn't think of, and damn, when you put it like that, you know, that 20-minute period of not knowing, or having to accept.
You just hand over your little boy.
Just
I hope.
Just a roller coaster of emotions.
A roller coaster of emotions. Be like, I hope. And you just hope and pray. Like by the time you get to the hospital, you're just like, is he here? What's that? You know what I mean?
Some of the things that she said in the last episode, she accepted you know, that her baby
Yeah,
could be dead. That's what
Yeah.
she accepted. She accepted that. She said she told
herself.
herself, but she told the doctors as well. Don't bullshit me. Don't take me to some separate room. Don't
Mhm.
sugarcoat shit. I want to know right now. You know?
Yeah, it was
And-
it was a thing. So that's why, like I said, that was my second biggest takeaway, and my last biggest takeaway from it was the it's kind of what you said too, resilience. But it's my biggest takeaway is all this stuff going on. We get focused on baby JJ, rightfully so, but you forget that there's 6 other babies there, 6 other siblings there, and they're going through what they're going through, and to keep them all, to keep everybody somewhat sane. You feel me? Like, I'm glad that they're going to therapy. I'm glad that they're going to be seeking professional help going forward and everything. But it's like, bro, you can get all the help in the world. Those the siblings that were there to witness that's always going to be there, man. Going forward.
A traumatic moment.
And here's another little side thing that I don't think a lot of people caught. I don't know if y'all caught this or not, but I was talking to Jose. He goes, after the cops got there and everything, that neighbor, he tried to hide the dogs. He tried to hide them, right? Only one of the 5 pit bulls got put down. He hid the other 4 so that, because he knew that they were going to come after him. So he hid the pit bulls. And one thing that gets lost in translation that people forget is that after all that happened and he put him down, you know what happened? He went and got another pit bull.
Oh yeah, I caught that too. Like, bro, that's a.
I was like, you got another one?
Bro, that's a. Like a
Come on.
spit in the face.
That's a
like. Why do you need 5? Okay, again,
bro. That's a coward.
That's some bullshit, you know?
On some real shit,
And it's
if
like-
you're gonna be in that situation, you gotta handle shit like a man. At the end
Right.
of the day, someone that's gonna do something like that, that's a coward. You can't respect that.
Not at all. And you know what's messed up too is that they and like I said, they talked about this too. They're not trying to paint dogs, or they're not trying to paint pit bulls in this negative image.
he speaks about his.
They love
for
dogs too. You feel me? They're just saying it's like they're trying to bring awareness to,
The lack of.
bro, as a pit bull owners, and we said this too. I have pit bull. My family we grew up with pit bulls too, bro. Just be
It's not
more.
train your dog.
It's not about the pit bull. It's about the person.
It's the person, yeah. It's not we're not saying pit bulls are bad, and we weren't saying that. And that's actually a little highlight that I'm having come out too. They're not trying to say all this. They're just saying like be better. You feel me? Like how you at a minimal put up a fucking fence. How do you not have a fence and you got 5
train
pit
your
bulls?
dogs. You should have your dogs on command. If you're a good trainer,
Right?
if you go into someone's house and their dog jumps on you all fucking crazy and shit, your dog's not trained.
Not trained.
I've walked into houses
Mhm.
where like down, fucking dog just sits down. Doesn't even bark.
That's train.
Sit, like lay, paw, go lay, and they'll fucking go to the corner like what the fuck?
talking about my dog.
That's like fucking magic. Over here,
Bro.
my little dog, my little fucking Doberman
My Little
Pinscher.
Pony? Bro, Lily
Your
had her
pony?
dog. Lily had her dog Sassy dancing
What? For real?
straight up Macarena and shit.
She was the chihuahua.
She would shake
Every
it.
time somebody would knock or come in,
She. Oh, okay.
I couldn't control that.
Yeah, me neither. Little dogs, bro. They got the little dog.
What they gonna do,
complex.
bite your
Napoleon
pinky?
complex. They'll bite your ass, bro. I had a Nico.
She gave me a nosebleed.
I had a Doberman Pinscher, Nico. It was a cool size. He was a cool size. He broke skin on like 2 of my boys.
Damn.
He knew something about him. Bit their ass.
Okay.
She gave me a bloody nose.
Rawr.
I believe it. But yeah, so it's basically to wrap up with that one, I'm putting obviously I'm putting so much highlights and clips and all this stuff out. It's for a reason, y'all. Like, we'll wrap it up with this one. I just want to say, my intentions for it were pure in that I didn't go over there, do all that because I was over here thinking like I'm gonna get so much, clout, whatever. I can give a fuck about that. It's
Fuck the cloud.
y'all gotta hear the real truth. Y'all gotta hear what really happened. Hear it directly from them. You feel me? Like hear it from them. Help out. Like so much stuff, bro.
Something
the
that
dad-
you-
he's
something
working. So dad's working 2 jobs with 7 kids in Oklahoma. Like and that's just at home stuff. This little boy who's so fucking strong has I'm talking about multiple surgeries and rehabs going forward that I don't know if you listened to in the episode, their insurance isn't covering because they said this is cosmetic. They're not covering. So insurance is not going to help. So whatever you can do for the GoFundMe, there's a GoFundMe just to help with his bills and whatever. I don't care if baby JJ wants a box of Oreos. That's what it's gonna cover. Like that's what it's for, right? There's a separate GoFundMe to take him and his family to Disney World.
Honestly, I seen that one and I was like, that's where I donated to
the
that
Disney World?
that specific one.
That's bro.
Because honestly, when I thought about it, in my head, I was like, damn, I remember the first time I went to Disney World. And
You went to Disney World?
Not Disney World. I went to Disneyland.
Disneyland.
But
Just imagine Disney World.
Yeah, exactly. So I was
Shit.
like, in my head, I was like, damn, it took me back to that first time I went as a kid. And I wasn't even able to go with my like brothers and sisters or my mom. I went with my cousins, but my mom was, busting her ass every day working to make that happen.
Shouts out to moms.
So, I got a shout out to my mom for that one. So it took me back to that place and that first time experiencing it. And I was like, damn, this is going to be a good moment for the family.
Yeah.
So I thought about all of them. I was like, this is going to bring them closer together.
Fuck
So,
yeah. Well,
so
thank
that's
you
why
for
I was
that.
You got the
Thank you,
biggest
man.
heart, bro. Damn.
Thank you for that, bro.
Yeah, for real.
I say thank you for them because that shit does help, and that was my point for doing it, bro. Like just raising awareness for them, helping out. You know what I'm saying, and giving them all the attention. Like it's not even done yet. So there's other stuff we're doing going forward, like reaching out to these other places, and there's stuff that we're like I'm getting up early for. Like I'm getting up at I'm gonna be getting up at 3 a.m. just to hope to get on for stuff because I want to get it as much out there as I can for them to get as much recognition as they deserve. You feel me? Like anything we can do to help them, man. So that was the point for that. That was the intentions for that, and hopefully it does justice for all that. And yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
I'm glad we covered that.
Thank you,
Anybody
guys.
who follows our podcast and is watching us here, tuning in, go ahead and listen to that video. Help
y'all.
out the family. Whatever y'all can do. I know you guys got big hearts, so that's where it's at.
Thank y'all. Okay, so let's talk about. I've been waiting to talk about this shit. I've been waiting to talk about this shit, bro, because
Tell me.
there's not a lot of people who've been listening, and there's not a lot of people who've been talked to be like, what do we think about this? So Kendrick dropped his album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, a 2-part, 18-track album. When I tell you, I've been listening and listening.
I tell you.
I was surprised. A few people that I reached out to, you know what they said?
What'd they say? They didn't like it.
No, they haven't even listened to it yet.
Oh, shit.
I was surprised. I go, okay, all right. And I wanted to talk about it on here. And let me say this.
Excuse you.
When I first listened to it, this was my initial reaction, all right?
Mm-hmm.
My initial first-time reaction. And shouts out to Marcos. I'm going to... Shouts out to Marcos. Marcos
Wait.
is a podcast alum.
How'd you
Marcos
listen
Aguilar.
to it? Headphones,
I do.
speaker?
I'm glad you asked because I do both.
Okay.
When I first listened to it,
I need to know.
I do.
That's important.
Come on now.
That's
Hey,
important, bro.
you feel me?
You're right. You're right. You gotta be
this is
tuned
important,
in.
and I'm
Tuned in.
glad you said that because I said that with Marcos too. When I first listened to it, I listened to it on the speaker, just in the initial release.
Mm-hmm.
Let's listen to it. Let me just listen to it and get a feel for it. My second time is when I listened to it on the headphones fully through. Like
That's
I
when the
don't
lyrics hit a little stronger, huh?
fully through. I don't skip. Let me listen to it fully through.
Noise
Headphones in,
canceling.
and then I listened to it for a third time. Let me tell y'all my initial. So I was psyched. I was texting Marcos literally as we're both listening to it and texting each other at the same time.
You guys planned it or what?
Nah, we just
Nah,
that's
you
just the
planned
homie.
it.
That's
It's
just
cool.
the homie.
Yeah,
Shout out
it's
to
cool.
Marcos Aguilar.
You guys planned it?
He just dropped a beat mixtape too, so he does beats too. So I'm gonna get you on. But or beat track, sorry. And so here's the thing. It was a lot to take in. When I first listened to it, I was just like, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It was all over the place, but it was consistent.
Yep.
And maybe I was just like, what? I had to listen to it again. So I listened to it again fully with headphones. And I was like, okay, I think I got a grasp of it. It took me, and I had posted on Instagram too. It took me literally 3 whole fully sit down listens. I had to listen to it 3 times to get it and to be like and to make my because this was I didn't know how to make of it because Marcos was asking me. He goes, how do you think? I go, I don't know yet.
It's because it's like it's so much. Like you could only
it's so
comprehend so much songs.
I don't know.
In like
At a
the first
time.
couple times, so it's like one song might be hitting a little harder than
I
one
didn't know.
this time, or
didn't
the
know.
second time you
Maybe.
listen to the song, this song's better.
Look at this.
I'm gonna talk about the album real quick. My
Yeah.
name's Julio. I'll be here all day. No, I'm just kidding.
Face down, ass up, heavy balls.
Woo! Heavy balls, baby. Every season has passed, but we still got the momentum. We're still flowing. You know what I mean? The album, bro. The first time I listened to it, I was driving back to Greenfield and I was tired, so I fell asleep.
Good cheers.
So that was the
Wait.
first time.
Hold on.
You fell asleep?
Hey, bro,
What?
Kendrick. No, I fell asleep, bro. I was tired. You know.
This isn't
So I had to listen to it the second time.
It's like 3.
Plugged it into the. You guys are over here behind. Plugged it into the earphones, and it was a good album, bro. I listened to it once. I have
Wait,
to
hold on. You
Bro.
fell asleep?
Where you at?
Did you listen to it?
You in the back of the class. Look up.
What?
That was me. No, I listened to it once, fully.
And it put you to sleep?
No, I fell asleep and it was on.
What?
Right?
That
It was.
wouldn't even
It
make-
was. It was playing. Right.
Okay, and then you fell asleep.
And then I was tired, so I took a nap.
So it did put you to sleep.
It didn't put me to sleep. The drive put me to sleep.
I couldn't go to sleep with that
I
shit,
couldn't.
bro.
No, I
I was
couldn't.
easy.
I was listening to
my
it.
ear- my
I'm
ear
that
was
guy,
fucking-
bro.
my
I'm
ear
that
was
guy.
fucking-
I'm that guy about music. It's
Okay,
cool.
so-
I'll listen to it.
So break it down.
I'll break it down.
Break it down.
The content in the actual album was great. It's been a while since we heard in Kendrick album.
I hear a butt coming up.
Nah, no buts.
It's
hear
been
a
5
butt.
years.
No buts.
I hear
The
a
only
butt.
thing I would say is I really want to re-listen to it and dive into the lyrics a little more, like you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
I only had a chance to listen to it once fully, and I loved it. Everything where he took it. The interludes are always great. He's always creative with that. His creativity is off the fucking wall, bro.
Did you listen to it?
What'd you think? Creative? It was creative, man. It was his creativity. He takes.
I just didn't know, bro. Like I was telling Mark too.
You know what?
I didn't know.
Don't get mad at him.
When I first listened to it, I just didn't know how to go about it. Like I was trying to break it down.
Indulge it?
Yeah, like I was like, I don't, because
Is it like a
it threw me
step-
off, and having Kodak on it.
Ooh,
Having
bro.
Kodak threw me off.
Shout
I
out
didn't-
Kodak though.
I was like, what? Like it just threw me off.
That was some.
And
That
this-
was a
this-
dope. That was dope. That was
What
dope.
Kodak is for Kendrick
Yeah.
is what J. Cole is for 21 Savage.
Damn,
Hold
that's
on, break that
deep.
down. Break
They
that down.
play similar roles.
Break that down,
At
break
least
that
in
down.
this last album and the other J. Cole album.
Okay.
You know?
Break that down. Because I feel like I know what you're saying.
So
Go ahead.
it's like
I could feel
the way
it.
I see it, the way I comprehend it is like when you're in the industry,
Mm-hmm.
you always have to have that one feature, that one, you know,
that go to.
that go to, whether it's the younger homie like Kodak doing his thing, or whether it's
Drake and Little Durk.
yeah, or like the
Ooh.
21 Savage and J.
Yeah.
Cole, you know, is like
Okay.
so it's like it's more of a like we're both up here. Come rock with me, brother.
Because there's no denying that.
New
when-
flows coming. Be
when-
patient, brother.
Baby King shuts out. But yeah, no, that is true because there's no denying that when 21 gets on a track with J. Cole, like it elevates him. There's no denying it really does elevate him. So it's interesting that you say that because when I was listening to the Kodak interludes and the little snippets and then the verses, I was like, it threw me off. So that's
It
what
was
I'm saying. Like
different.
my first initial reaction was, I was like, when he asked me, he goes, "What do you think?" I go, I literally text him. I go, I don't know yet. Like I don't have a definitive.
You
And
know
the
how you feel about it.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was great, good, bad. I didn't know how to interpret it. The second time I listened to it and I was like, okay,
The words.
now I know.
It was deep.
I was like, now I know. And Kodak, and to Kodak's defense and Kodak's justice, like he killed it.
Hey, but-
he did.
Kodak.
He
does-
killed
hey,
it.
But
He
Kodak
killed it.
always. He always talks
slapping-
that talk.
Hey, bro,
When
if
he
you-
raps,
I didn't know,
yeah,
like,
Kodak
he
goes,
says some
bro.
real shit.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He's with the shit. He's a real dude.
It
He's
threw
out
me
there
off.
giving out fucking ACs
It threw
back
me-
home, bro.
It threw me
Like,
off though, like because he really did snap on it. I was like, okay, like this is justified. Like he's in his bag on this
Mm-hmm.
one. And it wasn't until my third time, like literally, it wasn't until my third time, bro, that I finally was just
I'm
like,
done.
no, are you?
I'm done, bro.
No, no, it's going right there. This one right there.
What the fuck?
Lying
I'm hella
ass.
behind, bro. God damn.
I need to wait for
Wait,
that.
Glizzy.
Yo, hey, he's hella behind. There's more right there too. Let's go. Okay.
Damn. Hold on,
Nah,
let me
bro.
catch up real quick.
I said I'm
I for
done.
sure- I for sure
said I'm
ate two
done,
bugs.
and you're like, you're
I for
over
sure
here.
ate 2
Oh,
bugs.
the bugs are deep.
Nah, it's good.
Bro, Anthony, I thought you were behind, bro. I saw that
bro,
and I was like,
just the pink ones alone. You behind? You feel me? Like
we all
that's
didn't have the
easy.
same. We all didn't have the same. You had 4 pink ones.
We're done.
Did you serve me more?
No, you did those.
You lined them up though.
I know,
just
but you
counted-
served them.
How many beers did I put?
Here, 666.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's like
666, bro.
Yeah. Bruh. So here's the thing. What do we
You
finish up
pray?
now?
Kendrick and the
So
Kodak.
and so it took, like I said, 3 whole listens for me to fully be like, okay, I know what the theme is of this album. I fuck what he's saying, and I really did appreciate the Kodak appearances on it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see production wise? What did you think? Oh, actually, before you go, let me tell you the vibes I was getting.
Con
Tell me
permiso.
if I'm off on this. You tell me.
No, que
I was getting real good Kanye album production vibes. Am I off?
Nah, you're on point.
Hold up.
The sound and the quality of the whole album. Butthole tight. Bow. It was perfect, bro.
Hey, bow.
You know
Wow.
Pharrell. You know Mr. Morel. Pharrell.
I had him like third period.
Mr. Morales.
Yeah, Mr.
I had him.
Morales, hey, siéntate, güey. He would teach us Spanish. I never passed.
So I did Chick Rally in King City. He goes Haki way, Haki.
What?
Yeah.
Who said this?
Haki way. Mr. Chick Rally in King City. But
That's funny. Right,
I was getting. So let me tell you what. Let me tell you what I mean.
Hockey.
Let me
Kanye
tell you
West
what I feel like Kanye production wise, because the fucking drums and some 808s I would hear. Like, I'll give you the tracks specifically that I was like, oh, this reminds me of Kanye, and then I found out Pharrell was on it. Mr. Morel, the doom doom doom, you know. I was like, oh, this kind of Kanye. The very first track, Untitled Grief, or whatever the fuck it is, that very first one
United.
reminded me of like the life of Saint Pablo. It just reminded me.
Honestly, I did see that on Twitter, and people were
Oh,
comparing
it was on Twitter?
It was also on Twitter.
See, I didn't know that. So
People were kind of
Twitter, right? Wait, was it Twitter, or was it Black Twitter? Because there's a big difference.
It was a music Twitter.
That's Black Twitter. Because you gay.
No,
Because there's
no,
Twitter.
I just got on
and then there's
Twitter,
Black
bro.
Twitter.
No.
I
There's
barely got
Twitter.
on Twitter.
Black Twitter, that's the real shit, because they'll tell you everything you need to know. Fuck whatever the whatever Twitter, the Black Twitter.
They don't sugarcoat shit.
But they don't hit you with the real. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I just got
think-
Twitter in 2020. I don't even know how this shit works yet.
I think that's the
Is
Twitter
it
I'm
Black
on.
Twitter? What the fuck? Is there a Mexican Twitter? Can I be a part of that shit?
Mexican Twitter.
I'm sure there's a group, but
What would
got a
Mexican
group.
Twitter have? What would
What
Mexican Twitter have?
Vicente
Subreddit.
Fernandez. Vicente
Mexican
Fernandez.
Twitter will have the video of
Somebody doing
Chalino
gritos?
Sanchez reading the
Oh,
note
si-
and singing.
Side note, if y'all
Side
caught this one or not, but the episode, the one I did for Thank You Grandpa, the song that I put on the story wasn't, because ironically it dropped on Cinco de Mayo, but I put the Vicente Fernandez song that I put. It has nothing to do with Cinco de Mayo. I put that song because that was my grandpa's ringtone. So every single time I would call or like his phone ring, Vicente Fernandez would play. So that's why I played that one for that. That's a little side note on that one. Yeah.
That's special. I like how you wherever you're at, you bring that creativity and realness to the table. You combine them really well.
I try, bro. I try.
I respect that.
But the Kendrick one. Oh, that's what I was about to say. So my third time in is when I finally, and I talk about this with Lily too. I finally grasped it, and I go, okay, I know what the theme of this album is. I fully intake it, and my full process thought was, it's a great fucking album. It's a great 2-part album.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoy it. Now, mind you, I'm coming from a different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming from a point where it's like, I feel like a portion of me grew up with Kendrick since 2010, and hearing him talk
About his kids?
were just everything. He's talking about kids, growing up, mistakes, therapy. He's talking about
Talking about real shit. Just
talking about
like
real shit.
The progress.
So like, I feel like I grew up with it with him throughout that. So when I'm listening to it now, I'm listening to it from a different aspect.
Perspective.
You know what I'm saying? So like I know like younger kids, they might not get it right away. You know what I mean?
What the
But
fuck is
he's
this?
talking about like shit that he's fucked up on. He's talking about shit that he's correcting. He's talking about family. He's talking about advancing
Fatherhood.
fatherhood. So it's like maybe that's why I'm like enjoying it more.
That one.
Oh man, yeah.
That was
There's
a-
just a lot, bro. Like mother, I sober. Mother, I sober. Sober? Did I say it wrong?
Sober. Mother, I'm
Yeah.
sober.
What's that
Yeah.
one song about?
I'm not sober, mom.
About
Sorry.
the relationship.
They're all the only. Here's the only knock. Here's the only knock. Somewhat that I just was like and there's a bunch of different perspectives on it. But the track "We Cry Together" when it's 5 minutes of them just arguing.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I just
You know what? You know why I respected that?
It's tough.
Where I felt he paid homage was I feel like that was like an Eminem. That was like an Eminem skit, bro. Like back in like
I didn't get that.
off the Marshall Mathers LP. They go back and forth. If you ever heard us when Dr. Dre's his conscience in one of his songs, I forget what it is, but he's going back and forth with himself rapping and then Dr. Dre, but then he's changing his voice literally in his own head. I don't know. That's what I kind of got. Not that everybody wanted to hear 5 minutes of them going back and forth.
Yeah.
But I like
That's
how
a real
he- I like-
situation.
yeah, it's
I didn't-
real. I
yeah.
was like, oh shit. God
I didn't
damn.
get that because at the very end, at the very, very end, and there's since the very first track, there was a consistent theme where you hear tap dancing, like tap dancing, and at the very end of that track that we listened to too, the girl goes, you hear that noise, the tap dancing, and she goes, stop tap. No, she says stop tap dancing or have the conversation, or
Yeah,
she goes
oh,
stop.
yeah.
She goes stop going around the thing. She's like have the conversation or stop going around the
What'd you
bush,
feel
have the
about that?
conversation. That was it. It was like you're tap dancing. Like what he's trying to say is like these issues is what's going on. These problems is what's going on right now. That fighting happens every like in every relationship. This fighting, those arguments like that, they're putting out there like that because like yo, that shit happens. And instead of ignoring it, instead of being like
Face that shit.
they're saying you hear the tap dancing at the end is because what I interpret it was just being like stop tap dancing around the conversation and have that conversation. Stop tap dancing around this wrong shit and acknowledge it. And that's maybe why it hit me for more because I'm just like I can relate to that because I'm guilty of that too. Like
No, that shit hit me.
You know what I mean?
That's why that whole back and forth, that wasn't everything that I related to, but the whole relationship aspect of it. I mean, anybody in a relationship can like relate.
Right.
And after when she said it at the very end, I was like, holy shit. That those are things as a when you know you're fucking up in a certain situation, whether it's in your relationship or in just in your everyday life, you got to be able to face that shit head on. Whether it's the tap dancing around the relationship with your girl or your job or where you need to be or where you want to be, and you're not doing any of that, you're tap dancing around your whole fucking life. You're wasting your life. It's a deep album.
I'm telling you, like, it's a really good album, bro. Like, you have to like go in and you have to like really appreciate it, and you can see why like it's more like it's a visual conceptual album that like y'all gotta really, and like part one is one thing, part two it's like he's on another thing. You know
A lot of people don't really do well on those double albums.
Yeah.
I feel like one hits and one's like, like I mean, I get the concept, but whatever.
because y'all gonna smoke, right?
Yeah.
Which
Not
one?
but
Yeah, that's when bro.
which one?
Auntie Diaries with the
Oh yeah. That one's deep. That one's deep.
yeah. I'm telling you, like
Because it happened to
People
more
are gonna
than
be
one
talking,
person.
hey, bro, on this whole album, on this whole episode, on this whole episode, people are gonna be talking shit because I've done this like multiple times. I've been like, oh.
What happened? What the
No,
fuck just happened?
I hit a fucking wall like at
He
this
said,
stack.
You said face down, ass up.
Don't even talk shit like that, bro.
Wait,
We'll take
what
it
happened?
outside.
Feed me, hella feed me.
I'm hella down, fool.
You
Check
don't
my
want
socks.
You don't want to catch me outside.
Cash me outside for how about that?
What the fuck happened? What
What do you
just
mean, bro?
happened?
Accidents start happening, fool.
He said,
I
how
got
to-
my hot Cheetos.
How about that?
How about that, baby?
That's like the Mexican kick the sneak, huh? Instead
He's
of
like, how about that?
You know what I mean?
That's my shit. Yeah. That fool, I think he had a respiratory issue. I'm not sure. Oh, how about hey? Side note,
Yeah.
how about I met Jay Diggs today,
Oh, I love J Diggs. Don't do no crime.
bro? California
can't do
Living,
the
that
time.
album, bro. That whole album, bro.
Side note, like this is a true story.
You-
Shouts out to my brother. He's locked up right now. But he every single fucking morning, getting ready to go to school, he'll play this song, and it was Jay Diggs. I'm trying to wake up. It's my family living right, so I hustle all day. I had to all night. Lots of hustle in me. Getting bread be the mission, so I shake these haters and do no thing. Ain't no
What song is
competition.
that?
All day, all night.
All day, all night. Of what album?
Bro, I wish I'll play this one right now. I
got-
don't want to get kicked off YouTube. Well, actually, we're not monetized, so we can.
Hey,
But
bro.
it's,
hey,
all day, all night.
bro. We'll get there.
Hey, I'm almost there.
Hey, got Metalway. Hey, hats off to you, bro. You're kicking fucking ass.
Here we go. Look at it. I'm up all night, man. Wait, that's an ad.
Okay, that's sad.
So he used to play this one every single morning, getting ready for work.
Hey,
I mean, for school.
Show was my family being fed, then I'm fine.
Psycho.
Okay, I've heard this.
Psycho.
Yeah.
I'm up all night,
That's
man.
that.
I'm not
Still
going.
not going in.
Uh-uh.
Out here.
He came into T-Mobile,
The bread on the line.
lost his phone. Hey, but tell me why. He had a fully loaded Tahoe decked out
I
with
thought
this.
you were to say fully loaded AR or some shit.
Or some
I'm
shit like that.
Damn, he's-
Nah.
Fully loaded.
No,
Hey, he-
bro. He ain't funking with what's the homie? Messy Marv, bro. Where Diggs at?
Oh,
But
playing with his
you
nose?
follow that though? Their beef? That shit
I-
was heavy. Anyway,
I'm not team Jacob or team fucking whatever the fuck.
Marv. Nah.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Marv?
But to hear that song and to see where he's at today, he's pulling his big ass Tahoe around with the 2 jet skis in the back, lost his phone in the American River.
Nice.
Bro.
Shout out
Came
to
in, he was
Diggs.
like, he said, I'm gonna have to pay a deductible. I can't be without I can't be without a phone.
Yeah.
Get me a phone. Like pretty much told my boy that, and I was like,
Or I'm gonna shank you.
He's like, I'm off, sir. But can you take a picture with me? I grew up to your music. Oh, Marge?
Oh my
who?
God! You said dude
Apu?
from Simpsons. He said
Oh yeah, the
Marge.
first one was Apu. The second one was the old Mexican lady. Like, excuse me,
Look at those
excuse me,
shots still.
excuse me. You got me fucked up over here making Apu fucking impressions, bro. Shit. Hey, don't let them tell you different. All right?
Shouts
I'm
out
cool.
to 81 shots of beer. I'm cool.
And some.
I knew this was gonna happen,
Man,
bro.
but yeah, give me this. The
Yeah,
fucking
you
over here.
take that.
It's a show.
26
My family
carbs?
been-
2.6.
you said
26 carbs? I was tripping, bro. I was like, I ran 2 miles today. Shit, I can't be doing this, bro. Get me on this shit. I'm about to go make myself throw up in the restroom, get that shit out of my system.
It's only 95 calories.
95?
It's light,
That's light.
but that's less than a pizza.
That's times 6 though.
Bro,
I know, but it's still less than a pizza.
I smack fucking,
Yeah, you right.
I smack Hershey's
You right.
with fucking 210.
Damn,
22
bro,
what?
chill.
I was like, dude,
Okay. Look at what's going on with summer's popping up, bro? What y'all got for summer plans? What's good?
Nothing. It's too hot. It's too hot. It's a broke.
Nothing.
Can't afford it.
Bro.
Right?
California,
You
on
see
my
the
license
gas
plate.
prices?
Yeah,
Hey, bro, my boy was telling me he's like really big into like the government and understanding what's going on. The national average of gas right now is at $4, but that's including the states that have gas prices at $1, right?
So
So
fucking state has $1.
no, like $1.46, $2, right?
No, ain't no dollar. Right
$2, $2.
Nah, bro.
$2, yes.
Nah,
You
bro.
go to Texas?
I was just in Oklahoma.
It was.
It was 306.
It was cheaper though. Inflation rise. It brought that to
It wasn't
306.
no dollar though, bro.
What was What was the price from 306 to now as an inflation? Like two
But what was
something?
today's? But yesterday's tomorrow.
Well, we're now and we're here. So let's just talk about what's going on. 81 shots, bro. Anyway, the whole point about that was he says that
$81 to fill up your tank.
Ah,
Okay.
güey,
Yeah, for a
pórtate
four-cylinder,
bien.
that's how much it
81.
was. That's how much for me is for me too.
Me too, bro.
Fuck. You feel
Okay,
me?
you know what, bro? I'm moving to fucking Texas,
Oh, wait.
dog.
Okay, here's a side note question I want to ask y'all.
Nah,
Because I know we're
I'm
talking
done.
about summer, but
I'm out.
here's the one. If you could be one producer,
Ooh,
this is what I thought about.
I already got it.
Okay,
Damn,
hold on.
I got it
Hold on.
already.
If you could be one producer,
I don't even know yet.
Right, if you could
Hey,
trade
what's your
lives-
answer, bro?
if you could trade lives with one producer, who would you be? Now let me answer.
How you gonna go first?
Pharrell.
That's a good one.
Why you say it like
Let
that?
him go next.
The disrespect. The disrespect.
No, I said that's a
disrespect.
good one.
He said,
I said that's a good one.
He said,
Nah. Hey, did you see his face?
said,
He went like this.
That's a good one.
He said,
he said,
I would
You
have
know,
said, I would have said
that's cool.
Pharrell too.
okay.
he said,
You
that's
would have
cool.
said Pharrell,
I
but you're
would've-
shitting on him right now. And honestly,
Skateboard P.
shout out to the fucking Neptunes, bro. They were everywhere, dog.
I never said why though.
Why?
¿Por qué? Dime.
I'm glad you asked. I'm
We don't
glad
need
you asked.
secrets
he
here,
looks
dog.
so young all the time, huh?
I'm glad you asked.
This fool looks at the same age.
I'm glad you asked.
Pharrell never ages. Hey, what's up, bro?
I'm glad you asked. No, the reason why.
Cuidado.
Have y'all ever put some respect on Pharrell? Have y'all ever looked at his catalog?
Yeah.
Not just forget
Britney-
about
Britney
look at-
Spears,
first,
dog.
Producing is one thing. I'm talking about writers credits. Do your research.
He's in the game, bro.
He should be inducted. Is he
That's what I
inducted already? Before I say this, shit. Is
Indicted?
he, no, is he
He should be
inducted in the Writers Hall of Fame?
That motherfucker should be abducted.
Is he? Hold up. Before
Sorry,
is
not-
he?
not
Is he
inducted.
indicted into the Writers Hall of Fame? Before
He
I
should
look that
be.
up.
I don't know.
If he is or if he isn't, he should. Do y'all know? Put some respect on his
Respeto.
name. I
Pharrell's
would
an OG.
Pharrell.
For real.
For Rizzo.
No, I'm saying for real, like agreeing with you. I'm not making fun of him.
I like him.
Okay, so
You like him?
Yeah.
Like that?
yes.
Fuck
Whoa.
yeah, he's
I
tight,
Finish
bro.
your.
Ice
What are you
cream.
on 79?
from the music.
What are
to
you on,
the-
78?
This fool grew up as
To
a
the
bully,
beats.
bro. I already know. I can feel it. I'm just kidding. Were you a bully? Side note. Were you a
Me?
bully? Yeah.
How the fuck I bully people? I was like 115
all small. huh?
pounds. Yeah.
Hey,
I didn't
sometimes,
bully people.
sometimes like the smaller kids had like a weird mind control.
You mean small man syndrome?
they were
How about to
Napoleon?
say? Maybe I'll bully you for your hot Cheetos, but you know what I mean?
Oh, why did I gotta have hot Cheetos? Why did I gotta have hot Cheetos?
Hall of Fame confirms 2022. Mariah Carey, Pharrell.
So he is
Oh,
getting
yeah.
in.
Okay.
I
So
told
he
y'all.
is in the game.
I
You're
told
right.
y'all.
Hey, facts, correct.
You feel me?
Don't leave me
I told
hanging.
y'all. Come on now.
Hey, get me
some.
over here. Hey, reach.
I did.
No, reach.
Finish your fucking
No, over here.
fucking
Reach.
76 shot. Sprinkle me, man.
Is that the first time that happened?
Wait, what?
Okay.
Yeah. I should be in the
Pharrell,
Writers
if
Hall
you
of
could change
Fame.
that for producer, you said Pharrell.
Pharrell, for sure.
That's a good
yeah,
one.
Pharrell,
That's
for sure.
honestly, I would pick Pharrell too. I probably have him at my second.
But, well, you can't say I would choose him and then
Could I
choose
go?
have a number one.
But it's because
You guys are over
took
here
him.
disrespecting me.
You
Well,
took
because
him.
you disrespect yourself, 76.
Okay,
Hey,
bro.
Android-
over here, give me
Android
7 beers.
76 over here.
76, bro.
I remember.
you
Hey,
need
I,
to upgrade,
I
dog.
remember,
That
I
was
remember
back
when,
then.
I remember when I was a freshman. Go ahead. Who would you choose?
All right, you know who I choose?
Who?
HB.
K?
Juno? HBK gang.
Yeah.
They used
Hilo?
to slap. Nah.
you
Hit
talking
boy.
about? Mm,
Hit
okay.
boy.
Okay.
Okay,
Shout out Sean, Big Sean. Got a lot of tracks with him.
that's cool.
But what you don't know about Hit
what
Boy,
what do I don't know?
he has a lot of hits.
Oh no, I know.
He has fucking,
I know he got a gang. He got a yeah.
and he be spitting some too.
So
But
the fuck?
Whoa.
like the main ones, you know, he
Whoa.
has hits with from
Way
with,
back.
Ariana Grande, even way back, but even
Yeah.
now he has hits
You're
with
Grande,
Ariana
fool.
Grande.
Chill.
You know, Grande
Espresso.
Express. Nah, I do the
I do
matcha.
over. I do over
I do
ice.
the matcha.
I do nitro cold brews.
3 shots
matcha.
over ice, baby.
I do
Over ice.
nitro cold brews.
This was on another level.
3 shots?
Are you guys gonna ask me or are you gonna skip me? Fucking
Oh, my
dicks.
bad.
Yeah,
Yo.
and I'm the bully over
Hey,
here. Huh?
which producer you would like to be?
Dr. Dre, bro. Hands down, bro.
What? Nah,
Why?
bro.
Because he's still around?
Because
No,
he
no,
beats girls?
Yeah, okay. I don't give a
Whoa.
fuck.
I'm
Bro,
talking shit.
do your
Whoa.
shit, bro, and get arrested
Whoa.
on your own time. But
There is a
on your
documentary
own
about
time.
that though.
as far as producing,
I wouldn't. Nah.
we'll keep it in the circle. Why? Because he got to experience what it was to change the game.
Yeah,
Bro, he was
Okay.
a part of the whole. He was a part of the whole change in the '80s to the '90s. He's still here today. If you looked at that, like
and he still puts his hands in on certain
he might
projects.
not
can.
he might not be the best writer, but he's discovered talent like Eminem and 50 Cent, and they have
The game?
them alone the
bunch
game
of people.
them alone have influenced a gang of motherfucking rappers, and that's just him by himself like this.
Yeah, I mean,
Is that-
you
that
can.
Dre,
There's no
uh,
right or wrong answer.
But that's just my opinion. Okay, $2. Hurry up and buy.
I think y'all undermining Pharrell's
No, I love
track
Pharrell.
list, though.
No, he produced
His track
Britney
list, though?
Spears,
His track list is
Outcast. He raps.
He's influenced. Oh fuck.
Hey,
he's
chill, bro. Mr. 81, I'm done.
Have you even you just now finished your
81. He's like Mr. 81.
I know, right? You scored
Talking when he's
79.
at fucking
I
79.
want all the smoke, baby. Give me all the glizzies. What's good?
Heavy balls.
Nah, but Pharrell
I'm
is
done.
inspired by Jay Dilla. Jay Dilla?
Jay Dilla
bro,
got some shit.
Rest in peace, Jay Dilla.
Yeah, he got some
And
shit.
if you know, you know. If you don't,
God damn. Look it up.
I don't know what
you
to
have
tell
a
you.
phone in your hand.
you know. And
What?
and that's something
They
that
heard.
a lot of people won't bring up or won't remember because they weren't young enough at the time. I wasn't young enough, but I do my
She
homework.
just finished it. Shout out Lily, bro. She just pounded that.
Jay Dilla,
Oh, yeah.
Pharrell,
I
Hit
choose Pharrell.
Boy,
I choose
Dr.
Pharrell.
Dre, all great.
Dr. Dre, it definitely is. He's
You
definitely up there.
You disrespected him hella already.
I mean, he's up there, but it's like, bro, Pharrell.
Look
for
at that face
Brazil,
over there. He's over there like Dr. Dre, fo. He's hella old, bro.
Dr. Dre, I need a doctor. I need a doctor.
That album fucking sucks.
Bro, we don't disrespect the ghost, bro.
okay.
Hey, bro, chill, bro. He's my pick. Put some respect on my name.
Okay,
All right.
I'll choose Pharrell, but anyway,
Hey, bro,
what's
that was a good question.
what's our final thoughts?
Well, summer plans. I was fucking around. We got some plans.
Okay,
What are the plans again?
Nah, but a couple of plans that we have is
wait, before you guys on, hold
Don't
on.
relieve it.
Hold up.
Don't
Can I use the
relive it
restroom real quick?
Okay, we back. So what I wanted to hit for show was I wanted to ask
yet. Ask me.
how is the video portion going?
Okay.
For
you
y'all's
heavy.
podcast.
You went in, bro. You
Yes.
went in. Who wants to update him? You want me to,
Who wants to
I'll be
update?
completely honest, bro. So we just recorded a podcast with Mark Lux, and we did an episode with us. We got the camera going. We recorded it on Peezy's podcast on his laptop. My bad. 81 shots in.
Like fuck, I didn't know I had my own podcast.
Yeah. on his laptop. So we're getting all the editing going. That's a whole thing in itself to understand. So that's where we're at, bro. It's almost there, to be completely honest. We have everything, and now it's just putting it out there, like fine tuning it, editing it, adding the audio to the video. You know what I mean? Giving you some good close-ups.
It does feel weird though, like just
Yeah,
you know?
if I'm looking down the whole time, just like don't look away. Like don't
Yeah.
be freaked out by it. You know?
like I'm looking at you.
Nah, it's more of a presence. You know, we're used to the mics. It's a difference, bro. With you know, looking at an audience as opposed to just being here in the mic. You know, we set the mood in the lab. You know what I mean? In the alien lab, and we're in there, and the lights are usually dim. We got some lights going, and we're in a good feeling. So it's a big difference when you add a visual to that. So yeah,
Well, I'm just glad I asked because I'm glad y'all are incorporating that because
Thank you. Yeah.
you know I try to help out when in some form. You know, I try to help give you guys and just kind of give like some insight to what I do. You know what I mean? And I'm glad y'all are incorporating video because
No, for real.
it does give a whole different dynamic,
And
it
you've
does
helped
give a whole
us out
different
with a lot of
aspect.
it, to be completely honest.
Yeah,
man.
I try.
The transparency you've had with us, man, I greatly appreciate it. It's you know, not a lot of people will give you the game. You know, people want to sell the game, and understandably, some people don't know the game, and they're gonna. Yeah, don't fucking hang around with those people. You know? But that's just you judging. That's you just judging character. You
Right.
know what I mean? And that gets back to you. That's a whole different subject.
The game
That's true.
is to be
Shit.
told, not sold.
That's
My
the truth.
guy.
Bro. Hey, we're on some deep shit right now. We're gonna go to Champagne. Hey, let's
Nah, but
what's up? Real
going
quick,
back to
real
it.
quick.
Well, go ahead, Pete.
Going back to it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, relax, homie. We just got back on.
he's still
Hey,
Let's start
hey,
the shot back.
hey,
Let's start the
hey, let me tell you,
He's
real
still
quick.
six
Hey.
shots behind.
My boy back here, right here. That's the mindset that he has, man. Is the patience. It's like an OG mindset, bro. I'm over here ready to go with the big balls and the heavy Aries fucking. Let's do
Is it
this
heavy
shit.
Aries?
Heavy Aries balls. You know what I'm saying? And my boy over here has the most patience.
Yeah.
it's a great dynamic, bro. The patience.
Well, that's what
You know what I mean?
that's the yin and yang. That's the balance that y'all have. You know what I'm saying? Like obviously you have the music guru over here, and
yin
just a guy that
I'm out here with my hair banging, bro.
who still listens to Kiss Pop 2000s. You know
What? I don't listen to that shit, bro. What are you calling me? Like what? That's like, bro.
what?
I listen to like classic rock. The hippo.
Chop Suey.
You know what I'm talking about? The hippo. If you're still listening right
Hey,
here.
Chop Suey slaps. Don't take anything away from it.
Don't even take
Oh,
bro.
that
That
wasn't
came
a
out on
diss.
shuffle today. That came out on shuffle today at work. Hey,
that
shout
wasn't
out
a
work.
diss. That was a straight up, compliment.
Chop Suey's one of the System of a Down, bro. Check it
Yeah.
out.
But I'm like, I going back to like I said, what I'm proud for y'all doing is like y'all incorporating the video aspect of it because
Yeah.
it's a whole different dynamic.
You get to see
It
our
reaches
mug.
a whole different lane, but it also it challenges y'all to like really be engaging with the camera and not just like looking down.
audience.
It's a confidence builder because when you don't have the video aspect and you're doing just audio, y'all looking at each other, but y'all looking, or you might be looking down or you might be looking here, whatever the case may be.
It gets intense.
It's more like cool. You know what I mean? Like you can like talk about shit like separate, but when you incorporate video, it's like people can see you. It's expressions.
Facial expressions.
It's the facial
just,
expressions. It's the tone you're doing, and you might like hold things back. You might hold yourself back from saying things because now you know like there's a video aspect of it where it's like they could put a face to it. You know?
Nah,
So
fuck that.
I'm still gonna talk shit to you guys. I swear to God.
yeah,
Hey, that's one thing that I fucking pride myself in doing, and I'm gonna keep doing is being honest as I can with everything I talk about, and that's what the fuck full circle mentality stands for.
y'all
And
gotta get.
sometimes you fall off your own fucking path. You gotta redirect.
Yeah.
The whole Kendrick album, being honest with your child, with yourself, having those conversations, being a fucking man, being a woman. At the end of the day, whatever you want to be, right? It's all tied into that Kendrick album. Crazy, huh? That's full circle, bro. And that's why we're here. I'm on. We're
It's
fucking
like,
going, bro.
it's like
We're on one right now, bro.
something that we always like, not vouch or we just keep it. We just keep it out of our own human aspect. We always keep that shit raw and uncut. Like,
Yeah.
whatever we're feeling, whatever I feel at the moment, that's how I'm gonna react. And
Yeah.
that's like, that's some shit I have to respect for everyone, like you and him that do
Thank
that.
you.
Is like, although there is a camera here, but I'm myself. I'm me.
Yeah.
I could live in my own fucking skin every day.
Yeah.
You know,
Like it's just you.
I'm not scared. You know, there's bigger fish to fry.
There is.
On that,
And that's
on
just
that
keeping
big
it real.
picture. For real.
That's just keeping it 100 with you.
But getting back to your point
hmm
and everything, it's been a good episode. 81 shots, baby.
What did you
Wait,
say?
what? How do we-
It's been a very good episode.
You see how I kept it cool too? It's 81 shots, bro.
You know who,
81 shots.
You know who y'all would benefit from as far as learning his background,
Jesus
learning
Cristo?
what he's doing, and just music shit in general.
Who?
You know who y'all should have on your podcast?
Yes, sir.
I have one of my homies. His name is, he goes by the artist name Peezy Will. If y'all get the chance to sit down and talk with him and learn some shit, like learn some shit about like the South, learn some shit about like what he's doing, learn some shit about like if you want to talk about coming from the bottom, you feel me, and making it. If you want to talk about rhyme mode, you feel me, like we all say that. You know, a lot of people say like I came from this or I came from that, or a lot of people will be like, man, like I've been through, I got this out the mud, I got this from the dirt, or like I do this and do that.
No, you didn't.
lot of
You had
people
a
say
fucking
that.
roof over your head your whole life.
A lot of
You know?
people say that.
It's like,
A lot of people say that.
but there's those people that
Those are people.
you know.
That will say that thing. Have the homie Peezy Will in y'all podcast, and it actually matches perfect because full circle mentality, he'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? So just as a little preview, a little.
I
thing,
can't
you
wait
know
to
what I mean?
have you on, my friend.
Just as a little.
It's
just as a
already
little
written.
thing.
It's already written.
Just as a little thing.
You know, I'm a big believer in fate, and when you cross paths with certain people and then
Yeah.
other doors are open, that's what I'm all about. You know what I mean? Following the right path from the jump. You know what I mean? Nipsey says it's the best. 10 toes down, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's some real shit.
Mm-hmm.
That whole LA trip, recap on that last episode, I kind of touch on it. Like I got to experience LA for what it fucking is, and it's
Mhm.
like, damn, I'm so grateful for where I grew up. Yeah, we had it tough. I understand. We all had fucking, some. I can wipe my fucking shoulder off. There's motherfuckers that can't even. Whoo, you know what I mean? The world's real.
He said, "Who?"
The world's fucking real, and
It is.
be grateful for that you
And
have.
shouts out to y'all too.
And that's
Yeah.
just one other place.
Bro, shouts out to y'all. Like, speaking of like about doing the mobile, like obviously I did mobile episodes too.
Mhm.
Like how I said, like how I flew to Oklahoma for that one too and everything. Y'all know how it is doing when they took off to LA to do the mobile episode. So just so I don't even know if I can say this or not, but just so everybody knows for their podcast, they drove down there. They booked everything out of their own expenses. They took care of everything, right? They get down there and they have 2 people flake on them. They have 2 people that was gonna be booked in.
Yeah.
No, I'm not throwing any shade.
Yeah,
or
no
anything like that.
disrespect to anybody.
It's not
out
throwing
there.
shade. It's not throwing shade at that. But I'm saying like when you go down there for a specific thing,
Mhm.
and 2 of the people that was supposed to get on has to get rescheduled, and it's like, bro, I came here for this.
Yeah, it's something we work through.
Yeah,
Right, Peezy?
Yeah,
Y'all work
at the end of the day, you gotta understand, like,
people are busy.
Microphone Nico.
and it's not even about that. It's like people are busy.
Yeah,
Shit happens.
Shit, that's why I said no
but
diss.
at the end of the day, let me take you back. Let me take you a little bit
Hey,
back.
Dr.
Tell me
Peezy
about
about to
it.
speak.
Here we
What's
go.
up, man?
We gotta handle ourselves like professionals.
right.
We did get a podcast in, obviously,
Y'all got
and
one.
and
And
when
shout
it
out
comes
to
out,
shout out to my boy Mark.
shout out to Mark Lux.
He's speaking the truth. He is nothing but soul and heart, talking about real life. You know what I mean? None of this fake shit that you can't even grasp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. At least y'all got one. That trip could have been a straight up 0. It could have been like,
and even despite that, there was a lot that I think was worked through. Just as a dynamic as individuals, and a lot of shit happened in that trip that I would never regret. The 2 cancellations might have meant to be, you know what I mean? But that
could have
made
been, yeah.
that made me and Peezy understand a whole different aspect of this whole game, and to respect it, and to respect ourselves, and to take it seriously. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Shit's real. And
But y'all went.
yep, and that's
That's
what
the
it's
biggest
about.
takeaway.
Follow
Y'all
your
went.
motherfucking dreams, man.
Y'all went,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
I tell, again, going back to a guy here named Peezy Will, I tell him, you did this. You know what I mean? Like, y'all, like, I tell Will, because he's here in the background, shouts out Peezy Will. You know, like, before all this, before we got recording and everything, went to a little show that he did. He went to like a little open mic. He performed and everything. And I was telling him, because he was telling me about it, and I was like, I'm gonna show up. How could I not show up to the homies open mic shit? You feel me? Like, how could I not show up, knowing that like I was like, man, I got like maybe an hour because we still have to record.
He told me about
maybe-
his schedule
Maybe I have an hour, maybe at most.
to the T.
I had to
my
clear
friend.
And that's the difference between a real
No, it's
a
good
real
though.
one
A real one.
It, like,
and someone that's not a real one. You know, you're over here
Mhm.
supporting the homie,
Yeah.
going to his open mic and showing love, but there's probably someone that's not doing anything, not helping him. Maybe someone like blood or something
Mhm.
closer, and it's like if he blows up, whatever
Yeah.
happens, they come like
Hopefully, I
leeches.
can remember that.
They come like
Well,
leeches.
it's funny.
Crazy.
It's funny.
You know?
It's funny that you say that because, like
So
I said,
that's
I went,
real from you.
It's funny that you say that because when I went, like I said, I told him I was like, bro, I got 1 hour. Like I gotta leave by this time because like
Mhm.
I still have to come here and set up all this. I have not just that, but it's like I can't justify to the fam why it's like I'm just gonna dip. Like I got 1 hour, you know. So like I made it a thing to like go support and be there, and so then just to like help him, you know what I'm saying? But it was more so of the helping is whatever. It's more so of like just so he knows, like yo, I can't like is this your open mic? How can I not show up? How can I not be there to support in any type of way? You know what I mean? And
The
I
experience.
was reiterating to him, I was like, bro, you're here. I was like, and what I told him is like, look outside. It's like, you see all these people, because we were on K Street, a very busy street in Sacramento, if y'all don't know. I go,
Shoot.
look at all these people right here. Let's just say there's a a quarter of them. Let's just say 20 people from this shit. Let's say 20 people of them are artists.
Mhm.
How many of them are up here? They're not. They're not up here doing the open mic, right? That's why I told them magnify this shit or even explode it more. Think about just downtown Sacramento, even in Sacramento as a whole.
Mhm.
All these artists, all these people doing this and then that. How many people are up here right now? Maybe like 11, 10 maybe?
It's like 3 or 4 or
10
5%.
people? Like 15 people at most, right? And I'm telling him, like, look at what you're doing. You're up here. So think about that. And I was like, I'm trying to give him words of encouragement to tell him, be like, yo, all these people that are out here, it's easy. It's easy to have a videographer. It's easy to have a videographer to make the music videos look cool. It's easy to have an engineer that'll make you sound great. It's easy to have a whole package, and online you might look like you're doing this and that, right? That's easy. That's a given. But you're right here, right now.
Real
What I
life.
was telling him
In
was-
real life.
And I was telling him, I was like, you're right here and right now in this moment, just like all the greats started.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like, and I compared, and I was telling him about Lil Russell, and I told, yo, Lil Russell. Think about how big Lil Russell is. He might not be the biggest artist right now. I was like, but look what he's doing right now. He's doing what you're doing at even a smaller scale. Like, he'll perform at a park. You feel me? And it's just like, look at what he's doing. It's like, you're doing this here right now as an open mic up top just to get in. He's just putting the time in. You feel me?
That's
So
what
it's
it's about.
like,
You have to put in a certain amount of time to
He's putting the time in.
master a skill.
so don't think of it. And like
Becoming a
I told,
master.
like I told the homie
Playing
Will,
with your lives.
I'll tell y'all, like I told the homie Will, don't look about like, oh, this shit, like, oh, it was just a spot. I told him, I was like, look at everybody around here. Look at everybody in the city. Whatever city you're in, look at what they're not doing versus what you're doing. You're the one getting up here. You're the one, if it's an open mic, if it's a paid gig, if it's a 30-minute spot, if it's selling out Golden One, you're the one out here doing the work.
Putting in the work.
There's not a lot of people out here that's doing that. You feel me? Like, that's what I want to reiterate. So when y'all have him on your podcast, it'll be a great episode.
That's gonna be a dope episode.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
So final thoughts. Let's wrap this up. Champagne in.
I took one already.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm out of touch. I'm out of touch, bro.
Yeah.
Look at this. He's laughing at me too. Fucking Jesus Christ.
Okay, so what's
Jesus?
our
Cheese and rice.
let's drop some knowledge to the people. What's our final thoughts for all this whole episode? I mean, we went everywhere. We went from recapping, episode 80, recapping Kendrick's album, recapping fucking producers who we would trade lives with if we were a producer. We went from recapping, Will's fucking on stage performance. What's our biggest takeaway from this? Because I know mine, which was you barely made it through 81 shots. And but
Hold it down for everybody who's like me.
My
I
biggest
got you.
takeaway from this is man, keep the my biggest takeaway is like don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed, bro.
If you can't drink, you can't drink.
No, but it's like it's everything. Don't be embarrassed if you love. Don't be embarrassed if you love hard. Like, don't be embarrassed to be a family man. Don't be embarrassed to be vocal about how you feel. Don't be embarrassed to state stuff and again, I'm guilty of it too. I'm working on it, but don't be afraid to be more vulnerable. You feel me? Like going back to Kendrick's album, but don't be afraid to be these type of ways. Don't be afraid to go up and do an open mic on a Thursday night when you have less than 50 people show up. Go do that. Don't be afraid to be, messed up off of a couple shots of
don't judge me,
a couple
bro.
Michelob Ultras.
There's like people I talk
You feel
about,
me?
bro.
You feel
Dang,
me?
This guy's a big
But
bully, bro.
that's my biggest takeaway. You know what I mean? That's my biggest takeaway from this one. What's yours, P?
Honestly, my biggest takeaway from this episode was those 81 shots of beer was a breeze. We need to do 100 next time.
IPA.
No, we need to do the IPA next time.
Oh,
Fuck it.
God.
Episode 100.
Whenever we get there, we're gonna do IPAs.
Hey, 100 shots of Smirnoff vodka. Oh.
For loco?
Oh, hell
exactly.
no. Hell
You want to
no.
take it there?
No,
Nah,
I do
but
not.
Real shit. The biggest takeaway from this
Yeah.
episode that I got was like you said, don't be afraid. You got to be yourself at the end of the day. Why do you want to sell yourself short? Whatever you want to do, whether it's getting in front of the open mic and how many people there is, you're gonna touch someone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One person. All it takes is one fucking person, and then it gets spread. You got to understand how this shit works.
Right.
You know, one person will talk one person to the other person. They talk 20 person. You know, you got to fucking be vulnerable, be yourself, and let your true colors show. Because when the smoke is cleared, all you got is you.
Yep.
All you got is you.
Facts.
And that's pretty much my 2 cents I got about it.
I like that.
What's yours?
I think the piggyback off your guys is it's we have the choice.
Okay.
We have the right to make certain decisions in our life, and it comes down to what you're gonna do in that moment. And Jose had the choice to either go grab his gun and kill these dogs or to save his boy.
Mhm.
And Kendrick had the choice to make his album like everybody else's, but he didn't.
Mm.
And I had the choice to sit here like a punk and not finish my 81 shots, but I did. So that's what's up. Shout out to me.
That's debatable.
Hey, we could debate it all day, baby. Money on me. Celtics, baby. All right, shout out to my Celtics. Anyway,
The Warriors are gonna win it all.
I'll
I'll
put money. If the Celtics make it to the
diehard Lakers
if
fan,
the Celtics
Okay.
make it to the finals, I'll take those bets any day. Come see me. DM me. Anyway,
finish your champagne, bro. first of all.
Champaña. It's my final takeaway is that we have the choice in our lives every single day to fix, correct, be who you want to be. Take that first step. Whether
Yep.
you want to be a podcaster, whether you want to be an R&B artist or a rapper or a mother or a father or a
Athlete,
bricklayer
whatever
or an
it is.
athlete, whatever it is, make that fucking choice every single day to be consistent and strive for that. That's exactly why we linked up, and that's why we're gonna link up, and that's why everything in life.
It's gonna keep going full circle.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us, bro. I appreciate
Nah,
you
thank
very
y'all.
much.
This is why we do this. We do this to connect with our local ones. We do this to have these conversations. We do these to encourage Lily to get on the open mic, maybe next Thursday
Let's do
or
it.
the next. We encourage Lily to start singing on the open mic.
This is not gonna be released, but we're probably gonna start freestyling after this.
Oh, I'm gonna release it for surely.
Not the freestyle.
For surely. I got one ready to
Hey,
go
put
in
it
the
on
chamber.
Okay,
Put
let's
it on
go
the
then. Let's
Patreon.
do this.
You already go? Give me Lily, make a beat, bro. I got this.
Oh
Yo.
shit. Make a beat. You can free. You can
Traffic,
beatbox.
traffic.
Looking
Looking
for
for my
my-
chapstick. Feeling kind of car sick.
There's
There's a Ford Maverick. See, there's $1 million
rap right there. Hey, how did you know the same one as me?
Come on, bro. Now we'll close this out, but like I want to close out by saying, thank y'all again. Thank you.
Appreciate
Every
you,
single time, we could do an episode like this and collab. It's literally only for the better. We're only elevating not just ourselves, but everybody around us. I feel and I hope. I don't know this for a fact, but I feel like the more success this gets and the more success that I'm able to trickle down for everybody, it gives them like an infectious thing to just want to excel in whatever they're doing. You feel me? So when I say, if you notice for the podcast, I never say just me. I think of everybody as a team, like any
Family.
Like, y'all are just podcast fam. So it's like we. So when I win, we win because it's only elevating everything that I've ever done. So if I get props for anything or if I get acknowledgement from shit, I say thank you to my guests because it's not just me. You feel me? So it's like
It's
it's we, but it's also putting everybody that comes on, you know, to a sense. You know what I mean? It might not be, I'm not saying I'm Drake, you know, I'm not the artist of the decade, but it's like if I can have y'all on or have whoever on, it elevates them and it's a trickle effect and you'll be surprised. I mean, to this day, like
You shine that light on
I
that
put that
thing
light.
that might have never had a chance
Yeah.
anywhere else.
and it's
That's
interesting
why I
because
respect you, bro.
no, man,
shit.
my guy,
That's why I always
come on
show
now,
love to you.
come on now, my guy. It's also like there's people to this day that will message the podcast page, and they'll be like, "Just got done listening to episode 52. Just got done listening to like these are old episodes. Oh man, I just saw you from here, saw this podcast from here, and I listened to this episode from here. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's a good feeling. because like you like, even though it's old, it's always gonna be there, right? So it's like they can tune in for some shit like that. So like if I get some recognition or some type of trickle effect that goes down from y'all's podcast, it's a win for everybody. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not selfish, bro. I'm not selfish. Like we're from the same area. We're doing the same thing. Like there's no, I don't pin us against each other. There's no competition here that I'm trying to go for y'all. Like I want y'all to elevate and win just as much as I'm trying
from
to.
like humble beginnings.
Exactly. Like
We all had it different, but it was like
it's still a struggle. We all come from the same spot. We all walked the same streets. We went to the same places to eat. Went to the same fucking schools. Probably dated the same people. Shit's fucking wild, bro.
She moved to Virginia, bro. It wasn't her fault.
Oh shit! No, I'm just kidding. No, but
She moved to
everybody can
Virginia.
relate to everything
I'm
I
in
just
her
said in their own
vagina.
way. Vagina.
That champagne hit on. Let's wrap up, y'all. So
that
Hey,
champagne
pórtate
talking.
bien, hijo. Yo te
I already finished
dije,
mine.
man.
I already finished mine.
I finished
Look,
mine, bro. What's up?
81
What's up?
shots of beer deep.
Doesn't matter.
Another 6 of champagne deep.
Wait, what the fuck is that
We
saying?
Did everything.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Anyway,
No, I think what you mean to say is fast like a NASCAR. Fast like a NASCAR.
you know who ruined that? Saweetie. Ruined that fucking song.
Ruin that song.
You see, I don't
sweetie.
even know that.
That's I'm gonna show you after this.
No,
You're
you're
gonna
not
show
gonna
that.
show me.
Anyway,
I don't even know that.
thank y'all for everything. Thank you for all the likes. Thank y'all for all the subscribers. Thank
Support
you for
the
all the
boy.
video.
Support the boy. Albert Fig. Mr. Albert Fig.
Just to recap and just talk about the previous episode on episode 80, Justice for Baby JJ. I really do hope you guys take the time to like really indulge that and take it in and listen to for what it's worth, and help spread their story. I don't care, like, you know, if you don't donate, it's whatever. Like, I'm not trying to
A simple repost could help.
just a simple sharing of the story and just getting them out there like that. It helps in so much, you know, so many ways. So like, if you guys can do that, I'd appreciate that very much. Thank you to Jose. I was gonna say Jose.
You calling me Jose?
You look like Jose.
My middle name is Jose.
Nah.
What's up, fool?
I'll tell you this. My middle name is Jose.
Is it really?
Yeah,
You
For
look-
real?
Matter of fact, he does
No,
look like
it's
Jose.
not. Is it really?
it is. I put,
What the
He
fuck?
really does look like
This
Jose.
is the first time I'm fucking finding this out, bro. I do a podcast. This guy.
Have you never? I guess now this is what
Secrets.
Hey, I guess now it's full circle mentality. I guess now it's all full circle.
No, literally. I don't know how I feel. We'll talk about it.
We'll
Check it
talk-
out. Next episode.
Next episode, you'll talk about.
Peezy and Jthapoundz.
Come on now. Okay, y'all. So yeah, I think we're good to close out right here. We're out.
Yes. Yeah, we're
Thank y'all. All right, peace.
Thank you guys.